Good afternoon. Welcome on into this episode of From Day One. Today, let's go courtesy of our Father Skeptic to court where a serial criminal's dreams of freedom are about to get smashed.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we have one of our fan favorite judges, Judge Simpson, crushing the freedom dreams of a serial rabbit, which is somebody who likes to run from the police every time they're pulled over. So let's begin.
Court does call the case of the people versus Patrick Petterpin.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of people.
First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson with on behalf of Mr. Petterpin. Mr. Petterpin, can you state your name, please?
Patrick Petterpin.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, in these cases, I'm asking for an adjournment. We had requested some videos. I've received videos in two of the files. I'm asking for videos in the other two. If we can have a 2-week adjournment to get those videos and share them with Mr. Petterpin. And he's also asking to address bond.
Briefly, you can go
Thank
ahead
you,
and
Your
address bond. I'll adjourn these out to October 19th. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Petterpin's been in custody since September 5th. He does have a PR bond on the 1319, which is the larceny matter. He indicates to me that he does have a OWI case before Your Honor in 14-1. And in that matter, he was granted a personal bond with the GPS tether. He's yet to receive that tether. So he's not yet been released on that case either. He does have a job that's being held open for him at Saladino Construction in Ann Arbor. He's asking the court to consider personal bonds, especially in light of the fact that he will be on GPS tether if released.
Look, lady, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this idiot has an issue with running from the cops every time he's pulled over, and Judge Simpson has already issued him a PR bond on 2 other fleeing and eluding cases. The only reason we're here today is because he failed to show up to those court dates, and when the police tried to arrest him for his bench warrants, he took off running again, earning himself 2, probably 3 more fleeing and eluding charges.
Response.
Yes, Your Honor. In these cases, I requested $25,000 cash surety on each, which I believe is what he was granted on the fleeing cases. Additionally, yesterday, I just charged this defendant with another fleeing third, and I requested an additional $25,000 on that file. There's a lot of cases. He usually has warrants out for his arrest, and when the police try to stop him or take him into custody for those arrests, he flees. There's one of these cases that's up for today. He has fled. The pursuit has to be terminated. A different case where he's ultimately able to be taken into custody, he starts talking to the police about the prior fleeing and says to them, I don't know if you were involved in that brigade. And they weren't, so he's making statements that are consistent with the other fleeing, despite that they don't otherwise even know about it.
Wow, what a moron. So he was bragging to an officer about a prior fleeing and eluding charge that the police officer had no idea about. In the clink, we call that snitching on yourself. And I'm assuming this is where the 3rd potential fleeing and eluding charge is going to come from.
One case in particular that's up for today, it's an entirely different situation, but it also ultimately has to be terminated. Police are called out to a parking lot. The defendant's in the driver's seat of the car. He's shirtless, profusely sweating, acting erratic. They ask him to get out of the car. He says, just let me put a shirt on. He proceeds to roll up the windows and peel out of the parking lot, taking them on a chase. I don't know what else to say other than he has 4 open fleeing cases now, all of which I've requested $25,000 cash surety on him.
And I think he poses a danger. I think he poses a danger to the community. Motion for bond reduction tonight. Bond will continue October 19th, 2023, 9 a.m. on all matters. Thank you.
Could you repeat that, Your Honor? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Well, pull your head out of your ass and stop running from the police, and maybe it won't be so hard to hear what's being said.
Which part?
I guess
The motion for bond reduction has been denied. I've set these matters out as your counsel has requested, a couple weeks to the 19th at 9 a.m.
Okay, now, as far as the bond, how many how many bonds do I have, or how many charges do I have, which you're addressing today? This is,
Well, you have 4 and there's another one on the way.
okay, so these, you said there's another.
Gotta
one
be 5.
Again?
Gotta be 5. That doesn't include the ones that you have the other bonds on. So we, 6 or 7, something like that.
So those are the ones that have yet to be arraigned on as well?
Well, there's one that's coming. I don't think you've been arraigned on that one.
Okay, and so with what I have been arraigned on, what are my current bonds? I know that I have at least 2 that are 25,000 if I'm not mistaken.
That's just for today. Don't forget your 2 $25,000 bonds that you have for your 2 prior fleeing cases. And as the prosecutor says, she is about to drop a 5th fleeing and eluding case on you, so you can add another $25,000 to that.
What are you asking?
I'm
guess.
trying to get an idea of the bond, you know, the amount of money for the bonds, because I know that there are, if there are multiple charges.
Right now, your bond on case ending in 5666, that bond is set. You have his bonds laid out for now. I got it, I think right here. The bond on that case is $25,000 cash surety. On your other matter, the case ending in 1318, your bond is also set in the amount of $25,000 cash surety. On the case ending in 1319, your bond is set in the amount of $5,000 personal recognizance. On the other case ending in 1041, your bond is set. You have that one. That one is set at 1,010%. Those are the bonds that I have before me.
Okay, so that was 2 at 25,000, 1 at 5,000, and 1 at 1,000 cash surety, a couple PRs. And then you're letting me know that there will be an additional charge where I'm yet to be arraigned.
Yeah, there's another one to be arraigned, so that number may change.
Okay, I know that I was granted a PR for one of the charges with a $25,000 bond from you. And
Oh, I know.
And that's where you messed up. If Judge Simpson issues you a PR bond and then you go out and get arrested on the same charge, then you can puke up all your lead paint chips in one hand and wait for another PR bond from Judge Simpson in the other and see which one fills up first.
Okay. So I know that, you know, you granted me that bond pending I get a GPS tether, and I believe that GPS tether would be able to keep track of where I am and so forth. So I'm just asking, asking you again, please, if you
You're asking the same thing that your attorney so eloquently laid out to me that you're now just rehashing, and I denied it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I mean, I don't know what else I should do. You know what I mean? If that's something that I would like, and I would like to keep my employment, and I know that I myself don't pose the threat to the community, which the prosecution.
Well, when you run around high speed chasing, and all of this is alleged, and running away from the police, this court believes you do pose a risk to the community, and that's how I laid out my response to your counsel's argument.
I understand that, and I'm just, this is just my rebuttal, Your Honor. So
you're rebutting my order.
Well, I'm just rebuttaling.
Yeah, that's
to
not
stand
gonna
up for
work.
myself.
Yeah, Judge, he ain't rebutting shit. He's rebuttaling. Whatever the fuck that means. All right, now let's listen to Judge Simpson crush the freedom dreams of a bona fide dumbass.
But you can go for it.
Of course.
It's not going to work.
Okay. Well, what was
Ms.
that?
Anderson, anytime you want to step in, you can. I mean,
Your Honor, I think I've said all that has needed to be said, and Mr. Petterpin has repeated it, and Your Honor has denied it twice. I'm ready to move on. Thank you.
All right.
What were those dates? Though?
Thank you.
I love watching Judge Simpson, and that date was October 19th, and I'll definitely be in attendance with the rest of you law nerds. A link to Judge Simpson's channel will be in the description. So if you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. But don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.